Taylor. This is my first DCP vlog. So for my first vlog, I thought that I would tell you how exactly to apply for the program and how to get in. So first, you go to the Disney College Program's website, and if they're not accepting applications at that time, you can sign up for an email list, is what I did. And they shoot you an email whenever applications go up. I really recommend doing this because it helps if you apply right whenever they send the emails out whenever applications go up. So after applications go up, there's a 3-part process. So what you're gonna wanna do first is apply. It's basically like a resume, except in a format that Disney wants. It's kind of like fill in the blank. So it's just like, what's your name, college, major, what are your previous work experiences, what are some words that describe you as a person, just things like that. So you submit that, and you can either go into submission or they'll send you a web interview. So if you go into submission, it just means that nothing really stood out to them, and so you're kind of on a waiting list, I guess. So after you either get out of submission or if you went straight to the web interview, it normally takes, mine took a couple hours till they sent me to the web interview part. So what's gonna happen next is you're gonna do the web interview. And I recommend being as honest as possible on this part because a lot of the questions are similar and they're just worded differently. So they can tell if you're lying because some things, if you answer something different, then it's going to show them that you were lying and they're just going to cut you from the program. So it's basically an agree-disagree type of thing. If you've applied for jobs that changed before, it's basically the same. It's like, an example would be, are you late for work? Always, sometimes, never. Are you good with roommates? Yes or no. Or some of them are like multiple choice questions and things like that. It's really, really easy. Just make sure that you're being honest. And then after that part, you can either go into submission or get a phone interview. Same thing, mine took a couple hours for them to send me to schedule a phone interview. And after this part, they do cut people. So you could be NLIC, which means no longer in consideration. But always try again, keep on trying, keep on trying. A lot of people, it takes a couple times to get in. So after you do the web interview, you have to schedule a phone interview. So they're gonna send you a link, you just click on it, and they have like a little calendar. You just kind of click on the date that works best for you, and they'll show you the available times for that day. And you have to complete that within maybe 72 hours or 48, something like that. Just put in the time that you know. Your interview can be actually after that. You just need to make sure that you put in the time within their time limit. So you're gonna do that, and then they're gonna call you for a phone interview whenever the time is. There's actually like a 30 to 45 minute window. So say you put Tuesday at 5 o'clock. So they can call you anywhere from 4:45 to 5:15. So they're gonna call you, it's gonna be an unknown number, and it really helps. I found a list of possible questions online, and I filled a lot of those out beforehand, and I printed them out and I laid them in front of me. Now, I don't recommend reading off of those sheets because you wanna sound genuine on the phone interview, but it helps if they ask you like a curveball question and you had already filled it out, or like I used the sheets to write down my questions to ask at the end of the interview because I knew I would be so excited that I would forget them. So I used that. Make sure to write down your interviewer's name so you can call them by their name. That helps a lot. Make sure to say thank you. A lot of the phone interview is application questions. Well, mine at least was. And that's basically like, what would you do in certain situations? So what would you do if a guest came up to you and they didn't speak your language? Or what would you do if there was a severe storm? How would you handle things? They like you to use words like safety and stay calm and things like that. So again, be as honest as you can. I also saw this from another vlogger and I thought it was a really good idea, so I did it too. they put up a mirror in front of them during the phone interview, and that way they could tell if they were smiling while they were talking on the phone, because you can hear a difference in someone's voice if they're just talking like this or if they're talking like this, and they really like you to sound into it and super happy and like you really want to be a part of the program. So after that, it takes about 2 weeks minimum to get to hear back from them, but it could be longer. Like, I waited about a month. My friend waited about a month and a half. Like, it just depends. That part doesn't really have to do with much. It's just they have so many people applying that it's hard to shoot emails out all the time. They send them out in waves though. So what's going to happen, I also recommend joining a Facebook group. Someone will probably post when the first wave goes out, so you'll know when to start checking your email. But you're going to get them in waves, and it'll just say congratulations, and then you have to click on a link and accept your role. And so I got quick service food and beverage. So what's basically going to happen is you click on it, it'll tell you your hourly wage, your job, and you just click accept. There's a couple other forms you have to fill out, but it's no big deal. And then after that, you get this cute little postcard in the mail. I'm so excited. I heard that they weren't going to be sending them out this year, and everyone was really upset about it, but then they did, so I'm super excited. But I leave in about 2.5 weeks. I arrive on August 7th. I'm super excited. They don't let you know your role until about a week before, so I'm super excited to find that out. And I will keep you guys updated throughout my program. So keep watching and hit subscribe, please. Thank you.